Welcome back to Disciple Barbecue, and today we're going to be smoking some pork steaks on the Big Green Egg. All right, y'all, pork steaks have been going nuts and been viral over all the channels. I know Bar Barbecue's doing them. Several other barbecue joints and influencers have been doing them. So I had to figure out what all the buzz is about. So what we're doing today is we're starting off with a boneless pork shoulder. And the reason why is because with some of these, you're going to have to either cut them open through the bone or get the bone out, or you're going to have to cut through the bone or have your butcher do it. But what I've seen so far is that the ones at the store that are already cut into pork steaks are not going to be big enough for you to really have time on a smoker to render. They're more set up for grilling. So I figured, hey, we'll try this out. We'll buy a boneless one, cut this into about 3 thick steaks, get the thickness that we need, and not have to deal with the bone. And then I also found this one, so it has the money muscle on it, which is absolutely amazing. And I would definitely look for that whenever you're looking for one. So let's get this cut up into thirds, and then we'll get it seasoned up. And these flies know what's up too. Get out of here. It's a thick piece of meat, y'all. All right, so there's our first pork steak. Let's go in for the second one. It's also really hot out here. It's the middle of summer here in Springfield, Missouri. So if you don't mind smashing that like and subscribe button, it'll help me keep doing this. But your boy's working for you right now. All right, y'all, my apologies, but it is so hot out here that the temperature setting went off on my phone and cut off some of the critical prep. But what we've done so far is we got all of our pork steaks cut. They're about 2 inches thick. And so what we did, staying true to the Bar barbecue style, because this is where I saw it predominantly, and I'll be honest, following anything that Cooper Abercrombie tells you, the dude's a whiz and shares his knowledge. So thank you for that, Cooper. But what they do is they start with some coarse ground black pepper. If you do Great Value, table grinds the same thing. You don't want to do just regular black pepper. You need the coarse, especially when you're building bark. They use Bollner's Season It All, which is really, really, really good. Cooper says that there's some really good spices in here. There is. It's high quality. I think the only thing that I would recommend is don't go light with it, because you want to build a bark and make sure that you put down the pepper first. So I also use Chosen Foods avocado oil, but here's a really good look at the money muscle. Get out of there, fly. And just what that looks like. It's a beautiful orange color. And so I'm letting my Big Green Egg get up to temp right now. I'm letting the smoke develop the way I want it. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to show you, staying true as much as I can to Texas barbecue, Bar barbecue style for this one. We're using Western post oak chunks. And so in Texas, they use a lot of post oak. It's mainly because that's what's readily available, but people get used to the flavors of the wood too. So I would highly recommend Western. I mean, some of you want to have firewood, all that type of stuff, but for you guys who do this as a hobby, you have kids, you're busy, you can't do all the extras and all the arts and crafts in it, you can feel comfortable about grabbing Western chunks. They're really good. They've been consistent for me. There's big pieces, small pieces. Moisture level has been where I need it to be. Smoke has been on point every time, and they have several different species of wood, but this has been good. I'm also using the Meat Church lump. So the thing that drew me to it, obviously, I cut my teeth in barbecue, listening to a lot of the guys like Matt Pittman, Malcolm Reed, Rye, several of the guys that cook. And so when Matt came out with his lump charcoal, I had to try it. And then number one, what made me want to try it is it's all natural. So thank you, Matt, for doing that. But if you all care about ingredients, I would highly recommend that you go all natural as a start. But according to the Naked Wiz, you should really be trying to look for 1 to 2 ingredients. And they have a ranking of the top 10. So that'll cut through a lot of the noise and subjectivity for what you're looking for. And if you don't care, use what you want to. There's nothing wrong about that. I'm just giving advice for those of you that may be a little crunchy like me, or that's how your household operates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these on the smoker here in just a minute. I'll include you in those. I'll give you guys a really good shot of all three of these, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right, y'all, our smoker's up to temp. Time to put these on. Give you a quick view of this. It's a thing of beauty. There's another shot of that money muscle. All right, y'all, we're gonna let these go. We should expect them to take about 3 to 4 hours with a 2-inch size, and we'll be back to check in just a little bit. While we're waiting on those pork steaks to get ready for our first check-in, I just want to give you guys a view of my new barbecue pergola. So I want to give a quick shout out to my friends who helped me build it. So Tyler Batten, John Cron, Eric Alley, thank you, boys. I love you, dudes. You guys will see them later on some of the different videos, and I just wanted you all to check this out. It's a full circle moment for me. So if there's any shared excitement, thank you. If you've been blessed by this at all, thank you. God is definitely moving, and I'm so thankful for everything that he's doing. All right, y'all. So we're about an hour into this cook, and the bark is starting to set up pretty nicely. And so it's about time to start spritzing. But as you can see right there, I want to let it get a little bit drier. That way I can start seeing the bark forming. Because if you try to put that on too quickly right now, it'll start washing some of the seasonings off, and we definitely don't want that. But everything's looking great. All right, y'all, it's time to check back in and spritz. So as I'm burping this, getting us up here, oh man, those look amazing. So you can kind of see that orange color coming through. They look wet now because they've entered into the stall. And so it's time for us to spritz them because they are shedding quite a bit of moisture. I'm just using water for this. And now we'll spritz them about every 20 to 30 minutes just to keep them wet. You don't want that drying out and getting crusty. And so you can kind of see I got some juice development here. I'll leave that alone just because this is a shorter cook. And then what I want to do is I want to give a quick shout out to my brother, Brian Lopez. So he helped me a lot, y'all, with the design of this pergola and how to do the metal roofing. I'm not crazy handy. I built most of this myself, but I just want to give a quick shout out to him. I love you, dude. Thank you for all that you helped me do. All right, we'll see y'all here in just a little bit. All right, y'all, so we're about 2 hours into this cook right now, and those look amazing. So my bark is set, and you can tell it needs some spritzing when the outside edges and stuff start getting dry like that. But let's go ahead and temp check them. I would assume it's probably around the high 140s, 150s, so looking good there. You can tell it obviously is not like butter yet. Grabbed a hold of that, so give them all a good temp check. They're all relatively the same, so they're cooking evenly. Big shout out to Big Green Egg. And then I'm gonna give these a spritz, and we'll check back on them here in about another 30 minutes. At this point, I would anticipate, since these are in the stall and they're a smaller piece of meat now, besides like broken down from a pork butt, these will probably take about another hour and a half max. So we'll pull them off, rest them, slice into them, and you all will get to see all of that. All right, y'all, time to check back in. It's about 2.5 hours into the cook, and the bark is really solid. Right now we're into that fat render stage as we're pushing through the stall. The stall with these should not be too long. So we're still kind of in part of the stall. But for this, there's no point in wrapping. You just ride it out. Okay. So I'm gonna crank the heat up on this probably to a little over 300, and that'll help get these done cooking, finish that fat rendering phase, which it's usually bark development, fat rendering, and then finishing the cook. So now we're at a point to where we can go ahead and bump it up and finish the cook. All right, I'll check back with you all here in just a little while. All right, y'all. We, I think, are done. So let's go ahead and check these. Give it a quick burp. Wow, those are looking good. Okay, let's do a quick temp check. Yeah, that's like butter. Okay. Oh yeah. See how easy that goes in? Okay. All right. This one in the middle is going to take a little bit longer, but I think it'll do just fine whenever we put them out to rest. So I'm going to rest these and then I'll be back to slice them up. So see y'all back out here in a minute. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging in here with me until the end of this. I cannot even begin to tell you right now just how good these smell and look. So you'll get a good look at them, but let's go ahead and slice into one of these. Take a look at that. Cheers. Thank you, Lord. Oh my gosh. So, initial reactions number one, I think we've been eating pork butt all wrong because you can just cut it into a steak and it loses all of this bark and flavor whenever you shred it up. I know we do that the majority for parties, that type of stuff, and to feed a lot of people. But I can't even begin to tell you just how amazing this is. It's like basically like trying Wagyu for the first time if all you've eaten is choice grade steak on a pork level. And so, wow, it's so rich. But I would 10 out of 10 try this. So Cooper, I know exactly why you guys at Bar A Barbecue are doing this on Wednesdays. And if you don't sell out, I'm surprised. So thank you all. God bless you all. Thank you for hanging with me. And I hope you try this at home. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.